Alright guys, here we got a live unboxing video from Brawl University, and it says do not fold. It's obviously been folded by the guys who put in the mailbox. But let's see what we have here. Oh wow, would you look at that? I can't read what this says. That's okay, because we got another one over here. It's gonna be the same thing. I should have filmed with my left hand. Oh, and would you look at that? It's not the same thing, I think. Wow, this is just like Super Smash Bros. Brawl. In May of this year, I graduated from Brown University. However, on graduation day, I wore a different colored robe than most of my friends. Instead of black, I wore perhaps more apt brown color. And also had this weird hood thing that I had no idea what to do with. It's because I went through the Concurrent Masters Program. And in this video, I will tell you all about the program and how I applied and completed it. Or, in other words, how I sped-run the bachelor's and master's degrees in just 4 years. Speedrun? Speedran? Sped-ran? So even as an undergrad at Brown, you have several degree options. As an oh wow, that's what I just said. You can do your classic single concentration, you can complete more than one concentration. You can do a Bachelor of Arts and a Bachelor of Science in 5 years. I don't see why anyone would do this, but you have a bachelor's degree and master's degree in 5 years, and you know there's a separate process for it. And then finally, the Concurrent Masters Program. You can get your bachelor's and master's in 4 years total, so no additional time on top of your bachelor's degree, which a master's degree normally takes 2 years. Let's go down to the actual application. So on this page, you can find the application for the program. It lists all the requirements and a checklist of the items you need. This is the December 2022 version. When I applied, it was also different, and it will continue to change. So let's go down the list of requirements. So you need to apply and get approved, obviously. But what you also need is to take 36 to 38 minimum classes within 8 or 9 semesters. You can take an extra semester to complete your master's in 9 semesters, but then at that point it's just similar enough to the 5th year's master's. It's not worth it to do this program specifically. And 36 to 38 is because you need 30 courses total to complete your undergrad degree, and a master's requirement is about 8 courses, and you can take 2 courses to satisfy both undergrad and master's requirements. So that's where the 36 to 38 comes from. Now the requirements. Academic performance. If you're applying to this program, you should be able to get 2/3 A or S with distinction. Now the breadth requirement, you must take at least 10 courses outside of area concentration, including at least 6 outside your concentration's division. So there's this handy chart at the bottom of the application. You have 4 divisions: humanities, physical sciences, life sciences, and social sciences. So my concentration was applied math, computer science, so I would need to take 10 outside my concentration and 6 in the other divisions, and also 2 per division at least. But the breakdown for my classes was I took 1 class in the classics, 1 English, and 1 religious studies for humanities, 1 cognitive science, 1 neuroscience, and then 1 economics, 3 history, and urban studies for social sciences. And then for the depth part, you need a sequence of courses or several courses exploring true credits in 1 subject outside area beyond the introductory level. For example, I took 2 history classes. It was 1591 and 1592, so that was part of like a sequence of topics. And then the checklist. So for the checklist, you should meet with the concurrent degrees dean. When I met with him, he was very approachable and helpful, and the meeting is more just a formality to get you acquainted with the dean and the committee that will approve your application. And you also need a personal statement explaining your reason, kind of like the statement of purpose for when you apply to grad school, like a real. Alright, moving on. So you need to list all your courses, you need to plan this out ahead of time, and then the graduate representative of the graduate department. So each department will have a faculty member that is dedicated to graduate studies. So I didn't have a research or thesis component. I just, took more courses, and you need to attach the application. How meta. And then the letters of support. Okay, so you need to get the department chair of your undergraduate concentration, and then I didn't have one for the faculty member who was supervised. Again, I just took additional advanced courses, and then 3 faculty members in your area of concentration, and 3 faculty members outside of your area of concentration. So that's a lot of faculty members, but in general, you should get to know your professors. Honestly, if they can put your face, your name, and a little bit of how you participated in class, then they should be able to support you in your letter of support. So yeah, you just fill all this out, and list 2 courses for undergraduate courses that will also count towards your master's degree. So I did this with 2 of my classes, and then all other courses for the master's degree. For the CS, there's 8 courses total, and for a bunch of the other departments I looked at, it was also 8. I fulfilled the requirement by taking 2 courses up there, 2 courses in a track or pathway for the CS, and then 2 other courses that were not part of the pathway, and then to advance 2000 level or above class, or a class with a lab component. So I took security with lab my sophomore year before I even knew I was going to apply to the program, and that's how I fulfilled all of my requirements. And it says it should be submitted via Ask. I'm not sure if there's even a place for it on Ask. Don't do this, just email. I did everything via email. And yeah, once you get in, you can brag that you're a grad student. So I signed up for grad mailing lists and attended grad student events, tons of free stuff. Would I recommend it? Honestly, I don't know what I would have done with all my classes if I wasn't in the program. I wanted to take the other classes, the history classes, the economics, maybe not the neuro class, but the religious studies course. Those were all classes I wanted to take anyways, and urban studies and politics. So it was just a way to put those requirements so they're just not wasted beyond counting towards the 30 courses that you need. Is it a lot of work? Again, that will depend on your department and the courses that you take. But 36 courses in 8 semesters, so that's 4.5 per semester. You don't need to take 5 courses every semester. You can take a little bit off of that if you take a summer or a winter course. And I know other schools also have programs like this where you have a concurrent degree, but obviously those will be different. And so I hope this video has demonstrated what the process is for going through the Concurrent Masters Program at Brown, how I fulfill the requirements, and who knows, it might even inspire some of you to apply in the future.